The first step to discovering your purpose is found in this book. Exodus chapter 3 verse 1 to 4 and 1 Samuel chapter 3. But then guys, when you hear people talk about the Bible, the fact that the Bible is a manual of life, please believe them. Everything you need to live a fulfilled life, a successful life, is found in this book. All the answers to your problems are found in this book. Unfortunately, we don't give it the time or day. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Today, I want to talk to you about the first step to discovering your purpose. And I want to share with you from the book of Exodus chapter 3, Moses and the burning bush. And I know for most of you, you're conversant with that verse. And it says, "Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the far side of the wilderness. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a burning bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over there and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses." This verse talks about Moses seeing a burning bush. Or rather, he's seeing a bush that is on fire, but it's not burning. And so he got curious. He got interested. He wanted to learn more. And those are the three things I want to talk to you about today. The fact that for you to discover your purpose, it begins with you having an interest. Anything in life that you have to learn anyway has to begin with you having an interest. It has to begin with you being curious. It has to begin with you wanting to learn. But unfortunately, we are living in times where we kind of hear the truth. You hear Faith talking about the fact that she's had an encounter with purpose living and it's the way to go. But most people are not curious enough to find out, is this true? Is this what God is calling me to do? How many times have you cried out to God, God, change my life. God, I'm not happy. God, I'm not fulfilled. God, I don't love my job. I want better. But then you hear these truths all over around you, but you're never curious enough to just find out, even go on your knees and ask God, what do you want me to do? Curious enough to learn, curious enough to go and look. Because the minute God sees you have an interest, that's the point where it's like you're giving him permission to speak to you. God is such a gentleman. He'll never force himself on you. So many people out there are suffering, wondering what to do with their lives, but they're not waiting on God. They're not seeking and waiting to hear what God has to say, to live the life that God has for them, to follow or to obey this manual of life. And God is saying, I am looking for people to send, and no one is responding. And that's where purpose living comes in, because there's a life that God built just for you, but you're living outside that world. And it's the reason why you keep getting so stressed out. Like the story of Jonah when he was running away from his calling, the storm. He was surrounded by a storm up until he decided to obey God. And then you remember the storm calmed down when he finally decided, I'm going to obey God. So how curious are you? How interested are you? How desperate are you? Because until you get to that point where you're so desperate that you go over and do what Moses did, he went over to look, and that's when God decided to talk, to speak to him. So this is the truth that I wanted to share with you guys today. If you're not showing God interest, there's no way he's going to speak to you. If you're too busy to listen to what God has to say, you'll keep rotating around the same mountain like the Israelites over and over and over until you choose to obey God, until you choose to go to him curious enough, interested enough, wanting to learn, wanting to listen to what he has to say to you. And that's what purpose living is all about. It begins with you giving God the permission to talk, to speak to you, because that's who God is. So for anyone out there who hopefully this message has resonated with you and you're desperate to start, living the life that God has for you. You've had enough and you're saying, God, I want to try. I am now curious. I am desperate. I am ready to learn from you. I'm ready to hear from you. I am totally in, God. If you're curious and you're wondering where to begin and you need someone to talk to, I'm here. And the only way you can reach me is by clicking the link above or below this video. And I will be waiting for you on the other side. It's a free session. You have nothing to lose. So click on the link above and below this video, or below, this video, and I will see you on the other side. So until next time, see you in the next video. Bye.